This is Wolfpack Wednesday. And I learned something a long time ago. When someone's getting ready to set something on fire, get out the way. Okay? So I get to introduce one of the top leading individuals in this company right now. This young man, I'm telling you, if you've seen him, if you haven't seen him on these calls before, you're going to learn something today. It's all about his team, what he does for his team. I've never seen anybody with a more selfless heart than this young man, because it's not about him, it's about everybody else. I'm telling you, with his wisdom and his knowledge, I'm like 3 times his age. And the knowledge that this young man has is unbelievable, especially about business, because he's been a sponge in this business and learning from everybody he can. And now he's taking that wisdom and he's putting it out to us. He's grown a team with it. I'm telling you, and this is going to sound funny, but some of you are going to get it. This man is popping RDs like chiclets. Okay? You want to get to the next position in this company, get a pen and paper out and listen to what this man says, because he is going to set a path for you that's going to clear your mind and grow your business. God bless this man, Mr. Cooper. It's all yours, sir.
Thank you. So I do want to thank you, Mr. Chris, for that amazing introduction. I'm excited to be back on the call today. And you just kind of brought me back to reality. I was just thinking, because in a few weeks, I turned 29. So it's going to be almost 9 years since I've been an entrepreneur full time, and I feel as though I'm just getting started in this opportunity as far as being an entrepreneur. But to know the fact that I've been doing this 9 years consistently, this is the longest thing that I've ever done in my life. But for the people on the call who don't know who I am, my name is Shakeel Cooper. I'm currently about to be 29 years old. I got started in this business at the age of 20 years old, working at a restaurant at Applebee's. And I was a broke college student. Close friend of mine said, hey, you open to making some money, came, seen the information, got started on the spot. And about a month later, decided to go full time. And at that point in my life, I told myself that I didn't want to work a job, and I hated working at Applebee's. And I didn't want to go to school either. So what would I have to do? The best option was to be an entrepreneur. But we can agree that it costs a lot of money to get involved in business. But the fact that this business was affordable, I got involved right away. And today I have over 2,000 plus business partners. I mean, the business is growing phenomenal still to this day. I know the call that we had last week, one of my regional vice president was the #1 RVPs in the company last month. So, the fact that you get a chance to create a system where it's not really based upon you anymore, but more importantly, teaching other people the blueprint so that they can go out there and duplicate it. And from there, my business to this day has just been growing phenomenal. But today's topic, I do want to talk about, I'm going to share my screen. So if you're not taking notes, I suggest you do take notes. Today, we're going to talk about building relationships. So when it comes to building relationships, why building relationships so important? Because in this business, one thing that I did realize was that we are in the people business. And being involved in the people business, it means that we have to go out there and meet people. If you're not meeting people, then you're not doing a business. You have to be out here networking. And by building relationships, one of the things that I do a lot is that I like to go into wealthy communities and shop. I'm talking about for groceries. I'm talking about just hanging out, making my face familiar in the area so that once I get familiar in the area, people start knowing who I am, because we're involved in the business of meeting people. So what I love most about the opportunity by building relationships is really important, because again, if you're not building relationships, then you're not meeting new people, right? So building the network marketing business is literally building the network of people. And once those people are in your network, those people will be out there buying and selling your services. So just imagine you got started in an opportunity where you just thought about your friends, your family members, and now you build a business where you don't even know the people that's a part of your organization. So just imagine, I remember getting started in the business and it was literally just me, a few of my college buddies, And from there, we started going to other colleges because wow, one thing I realized about going to college, it was about the network. See, a lot of times when people think about college, they never really sit down and understand the value of college, which is what? A network of people. You now have the opportunity where you can meet people from all across the world. Because before I went to college, all I knew was people from my neighborhood, people from my city. But once I made the decision and said, you know what, I'm going to take a year going to college, from that moment on, I started meeting people from everywhere. And that was one of the reasons why I was able to have a lot of success in this opportunity because my business grew fast. And the reason why, because I started it on what? College campuses. And we just started going to college campuses everywhere. Like literally, we used to pull up at college campuses, get a room, and just hundreds of people inside a room. A lot of college students walked out, but guess what? Still to this day, the reason why my business is where it's at because we've went through so many people through colleges that my business has expanded in many different states and countries. And without people, nothing happens, right? A large amount of the time that you spend in the business will be taken up working with these people to help them build their networks, which in turn expand your network. For example, my mentor, once we started really building a business and have success, he started introducing me to his network of people. And he has a network of people that does real estate, millions of dollars. They do a whole bunch of different businesses. But the most important fact about this business is that you get a chance to be a part of networks that you probably wouldn't have had a chance to be a part of before. Because now you're building a business, you're making money with someone, you become family, and working closely with these people in your team, you will share your dreams, your aspirations, the highs, the lows, the triumphs, the failures, and along the way, you develop a close and lifelong friendship. You develop that friendship that for, guess what? Before you got involved in a business, you probably didn't even know too many people that were super successful that would even open you up to that network. But now you got starting a business, you build a bond with someone, with a mentor, with an upline, a downline, it don't matter what. But if you build a relationship with someone that's helping you become the person that you need to become, then guess what? You now are blessed to be able to be a part in that position, right? From there, it's more about people than product. I'm gonna repeat it one more time. It's more about people than product. See, a lot of times people focus too much on the services that we offer, but we can agree that services always change. Things always change, but what don't change is people, right? So network marketing is fundamentally building a business with other people who want the opportunity to better themselves financially and achieve their dreams and goals. That's really all the business is about. It's not about the gas and electricity. It's not about the cell phone services. It's not about any of those things. What it ultimately is about, it's about you actually going out there and meeting people and now networking with those individuals to help them achieve their dreams and their goals financially. From there, you also want to develop people skills. When I say people skills, meaning that you have to have people skills, meaning that you cannot be a person that when you go out, you're just a person that's standing on the corner. You want to be that person that's out talking to people, smiling, just interacting with the crowd. Because at the end of the day, if you're going out and you're not talking to people, then how would you be able to develop skills? It's just like anything. If you want to be a great basketball player, if you're not going to the gym, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to be great. If you don't practice at anything that you do, you will never be great at it, right? So your network marketing business is a very much a people business, right? It is imperative that you hone in that your people skill, because if you don't have people skills, you will be an awkward person when you're around a lot of people. And guess what? People don't like being around awkward people. So you want to be that person that's open-hearted, outgoing. You don't want to be the person that, every time you come in contact with someone that you're always bickering with them. You want to be that person where people like. People do business with people that they like. So at the end of the day, if people like you, they will be open to hearing what you got to say, right? And this will come easy to some, but for some others, it may be a bit of a struggle, right? Either way, it is important that you recognize the need to continually develop your people skills. It's one of the most important things that you can ever do is develop your people skills, because I develop my people skills. I literally go into places where the average person would they'll feel uncomfortable. But for example, the other day I went and looked at this condo, and the condo was $8,500 a month. The guy that was showing me another one, he was like, "Man, we got this condo and it's crazy. It got two balconies. You can literally see over the whole entire city." And I'm like, "Sure, I just want to check it out." Literally, the average person would say to themselves, I can't afford that. I said, man, take me there. So guess what we did? We went upstairs and literally it was one of the most beautiful condos, high rise I've ever been involved in seeing. And it just blew my mind and made me think, man, you know what? I deserve this. But if I didn't have those people skills, I wouldn't have developed that relationship enough for him to show me something that he knew that I probably wasn't going to get that day. But because we built that relationship and I was able to get his card, I'm going to go back because guess what? One day I plan on living there. So you have to go out there, develop your people skills and meet people. Go talk to people that work in these luxury condos and things like that. Put yourself in the environment that you really want to be a part of. I told myself that I want to be wealthy one day. So guess what? I got to hang around where the wealthy people hang around. I don't care if you got to go to a fancy restaurant and just sit at a bar and just get some water. You never know who you might come in contact with. But if you don't have any people skills, how do you plan on building a network marketing business when it involves people, right? So understand your 4 personality types: urchin, shark, whale, dolphin. Urchin, they want to know a lot of information. Sharks, they're all about the money. It's all about the money, right? Whale, they love helping people. Dolphins, they just want to have fun, right? So your network marketing team will be made up of those people of those various ages, occupations, backgrounds, and personality types, meaning that you're going to have to deal with a bunch of different people of all type of background, personality types, and guess what? It's not easy for the everyday average person to understand this. So by you learning that, you have to go out there and learn that there's 4 different personality types that every person in the world fall under. It will help you be able to sort through the people that you want to talk to, right? So the marketplace that you're trying to expose your business to, it is diverse, right? Made up of all kind of people from different ages, different interests. And this is important because guess what? You try to relate to as many people as possible. That's the secret to this business. Try to be relatable to people that comes from many different backgrounds, many different interests. And to do so, it requires making a few changes. And those changes, like I repeat, is learning about those personality traits. Do not talk to someone about that cares about just helping people about money. The money is not the motivation. Talk about how we're able to help people, how we're able to, teach people, how to have success in a business and get more time back or make more money on the side upon what they already have going on, right? Don't talk to someone that, they want to make a lot of money, but you're talking to them about the parties and things like that. It's not going to interest them about the parties and whatever that doesn't involve making money. People that like making money, that's their main focus. Every single day is to make money. So talk to people, speak in their language. That's how I basically teach my team. Talk to people in their language. If someone want to know about the money, talk about the money. Someone want to know about helping people, talk about helping people. Whatever they want to know about, talk about that. Don't talk about the opposite, right? Teamwork make the dream work, right? Your success in network marketing is very much based on how many others within your team you have helped on their way to success. That's the true definition of success. Is not how much money you make, but how many people have you helped change their mindset, change where they live, change what they drive, change, the environment that they used to be a part of, change their mindset. If you're helping people, then that's the true definition of success, not how much money that you make, right? Real success in network marketing is fundamentally, it's a team effort. You cannot do it by yourself. Everything has to be able to match up with helping other people get what they want, right? And many of the large network marketing organizations across the world, they owe all of their success to a great team spirit. If you don't have a great team spirit, if you don't have that team atmosphere and you have that installed in your people, then you're not really going to build a large organization. Because if you look at the word team, it means together everyone achieves more. It's all about the team. It's all about building your own team. Do you know how great it feels to be able to build your own team, cultivate your own environment, and then teach your peoples how to be independent, and they go out there and they do it without you, and then you start having so many leaders in your organization that you don't even know personally anymore, but because you have a system in place which is saving you time, energy, and money, and you have a team that's running the system, then guess what? You now have the recipe for success. And empowering your people, right? There will be people in your team who will lack confidence and self-esteem. Not everybody has confidence. Not everybody has posture, right? These people will require extra attention from you, needing to be continually reminded that they can do it and you believe in them. Meaning that you're going to have to continuously pour into people. But most of the time, you're not going to have too many people that's going to pour into you all of the time. So guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to pour into yourself so that you can pour into other people, because you can't pour from an empty cup, right? Many of them will spend their entire lives being told that they want to amount to anything, they can't be successful, or believing all of their failures, right? So there's a lot of people, when they come involved in a business you come in contact with, that throughout their life they've been beat up and told that they can't do anything, and now they have somebody else that's coming and telling them, hey, you can do this, you can do that, you can do whatever you want to do. So over time it's going to take some conditioning, and I'm not telling you to do that with every single person, but if someone is wanted bad enough, they're showing you that they want it, they put in the work, and they're a person that you feel as though they really can make it happen, then I would suggest that you empower them. So from there, you got to understand that people don't want a job. And I'm just being real. It's nothing against jobs, but guess what? People honestly do not wake up and say, man, I want a job. Everybody always wish they can own a business. They just don't have the network or the income or many different other factors to be able to start their own business. But deep down in everyone's heart, they all want to own their own business, right? So one of the things that attract people in network marketing is the prospects of having a business of their own or getting away from their boss, telling them what to do. So a lot of times, talk to people about that. Have you ever thought about owning your own business? Have you ever thought about getting away from your boss that keep telling you what to do and you don't really want to do it, but you do it just because you got to pay the bills? See, that's going to spark interest. As you build your team, always remember that it is made up of individual business owners, and the last thing they want from you as a leader is being told what to do. See, I don't tell nobody what to do. I'm nobody's boss. I'm just here to help you. And that's why I have a great relationships with all my leaders and everyone that's a part of my business. I don't have no arguments. I don't have anything. We all have a great relationship because we're all working together to achieve the same goal, which is what? Financial freedom. So again, I don't look at my organization like I'm just the leader. I'm the person at the top telling people what to do. No, I'm here to help. Whatever you need to do, whatever you want to do, let's do it. See, because if you have that type of relationship with your peoples, you'll be able to build a long-term successful business that just grows for many, many decades. Because think about it, next year is going to make it a decade, 10 years. When I turned 30 years old, I'm like, man, I used to talk about this, but now it's about to be a reality. And I understand that most people in this industry, they don't even last 3 to 6 months. But the fact that you're able to last almost 10 years and you're not even 30 yet, it's because the system are telling you work, because I've seen it work for other people, right? So because they're joining your team to get away from a job and looking to feel a sense of ownership and to be a part of a team, you must be careful not to fall into the trap of treating them as a subordinate, right? You want to treat them like they're a headache, right? So from there, you don't want them to see you as another boss. That's basically what it sums up to be. Do not let your people feel as though you're their boss. You guys are working this as a unit. You're doing things together. Don't say, you go do it. Say, let's go do it. Again, do not tell your people, go do it. Say, let's go do it. Just by saying, let's go do it, they're going to feel as though they're not doing this by themselves. They have someone there. And if your people trust you and they know that you have that back, then guess what happened? You now have the success to build a successful business. From there, keep people away who try to belittle your ambition. Smart people always do that, but the really great ones, they make you feel too. They make you feel like you're great too. See, that's what I love about being around great people, because great people make you feel great. So you got to change the people that you're around in order to get to the top of whatever you're trying to do. Because guess what? I tell people this all the time. If your friends and your family members could have got you where you need to go, then you would have already been there. You got to get around new people. It's all about new friends, right? And to end it today, do not try to convince people. Even though I told you all of those amazing things, your job is not to go out there and to convince anyone to do the business. Your job is not to convince people to do anything. Your job is just to share the opportunity, share the information, and let people make a decision, right? And when inviting people to do so, right, to have a look at what you're doing, always remember that you are only looking for people who are looking for something. See, if themselves, they're not looking for anything, it's no point in trying to convince them, right? If someone says they're not interested, then please don't try to convince them otherwise, right? Most of the stigma associated with network marketing has been caused by people who just don't know how to take a no. They don't know how to take a no for an answer, and they persistently badger their contacts and beg them and beg them and beg them and hope that they'll wear them out to change their minds. But guess what? It's not going to happen. My job is not to convince you. My job is not to change your mind. My job is to share opportunity and let you make a decision if this is something that's for you. So again, I thank you guys for being on the call today. That's all I have, and I look forward to being back here next week, and I'm going to pass the call back to Mr. Chris.